It's been a full year that I've been missing on this channel, but I'm back. Today is December the 28th of 2025. It's 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning. It's my birthday again. And the last video I recorded was on that summit over there. But today I'm standing on the real one. And that's highly meaningful because it symbolizes the journey I've been through across this whole year. It started small, baby steps, and I slowly tapped into the truth the deeper I went into it. But the metamorphosis went from this rage and resentment type of fuel to something more compassionate, starting from a place of love instead of all that superficial aggression and all that stuff, which I held deeply towards myself. But I learned, there's a ton of lessons I learned. Very valuable teachings that I came across this year from none other than the author of our existence. You know, this feels like drinking some water after a long period of serious drought. Because this year I fasted not from food alone, I also fasted from entertainment and any sort of pleasure for the body, and also pleasure for the mind, of course. And there's been lessons of all kinds. Some were more explicit, some were more subtle, but that's ultimately where all this spiritual awareness that I've been cultivating across the last few years really shines through, because without it, I wouldn't have been capable of spotting those messages, those signs that were being shined down the path that the Lord built for me. So all I asked for was guidance, and man, I feel so blessed. For real, I feel that's the best word that I can describe my mood right now. And by right now, I don't mean in this exact same moment only, but also like the whole year round. I felt so blessed, as if everything was deliberately put in place for me to come across at the right time. Every single time, it never ever lets you down. Because this bears the fingerprints of the author of our existence all over the place. Like, it's as if every single chapter that I've been through has this perfect, impeccable, divine timing. It's unmistakable. There's been a lot of tests, there's been a lot of lessons learned, and so many more to come. We will talk about this in the few upcoming videos, that's for sure. It feels like a long journey, but not like I'm going somewhere. It's a journey of coming back home, like a silent homecoming. It feels like everything happens for you in some way, like it's such a tailored experience, like it's very customized, highly, just for you. This episode is about breaking the ice that has been accumulating on the surface, that is now being melted by the fire that I always had inside. Essentially, silent power brewed in those storms that really shape you into the human being you are nowadays. So no, they were not pointless. Of course not. Nothing is. Everything has a purpose. You see, every rose has thorns and it has beautiful petals, but they each have their significant role. And to just put one aside for the other, to have this unbalanced preference, really doesn't do justice to the whole equation of our existence. So everything has an up and a down. Everything has a little bit of pain and a little bit of pleasure. And dude, the Lord really took away my pain this year. So many things healed, not only in my body, but also in my soul and my mind. I can see clearly. I thought I had clarity before, but that's because I never tapped into this much higher and much more crystal clear type of vision. I don't know how to describe it. It's not even about physical sight. It's about the way you finally understand your existence, the universe, the world, all of this, all this beauty. You see, it wasn't even supposed to be like this today. It was supposed to be raining and stuff. Yet here I am, freezing my butt off. It's pretty cold. And climbing this mountain really felt like a little challenge. especially after spending so long with no training, with no deliberate physical training like before. But that shall come back as well, so I'm not worried about it. It's like my fitness shifted from the physical to the spiritual. And now I'm seeking that balance that I've been after for so long, so many years, because you can't sprint forever, you can't sleep forever, you can't stay awake forever. You need these cycles of work and rest, right? So it's like struggle and reward. We're gonna definitely talk about this a lot. So I didn't plan anything for this today. I just simply thought about recording this video. No matter how much you plan in life, things will eventually happen the way they were always supposed to. All I prayed for was clarity, wisdom, to spot these messages, to spot these signs. And I said, Lord, as long as you steer the boat, I'm rowing every single time. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not afraid. Last year was on a Saturday, but this time is on a Sunday with everything that means. And it couldn't have been any better. I enjoy this silence. I enjoy this peace. Finally. It's like I finally found rest this year. The Lord blessed me with this much awaited, much needed rest in so many areas of life, in the professional realm, in the personal realm, everywhere. But this year was like the Lord replaced those things that I thought were so important with things that are actually important. This year I drew closer to my family, to the things that matter in life. I've been delaying so many things that I really, really wanted to do because I gave that priority to other things, for other people, for other things, for projects, for companies. Bro, what about your people? What about the things you actually did want to spend time with but kept delaying it and kept cutting off those times because you thought you had something better to do? Overall, guys, I feel so blessed. I truly do. It's been so perfect. Every event, every moment, everything that happened to me this year has felt like deliberately and very carefully chosen and put in place by none other than the very author of our existence, the King of Kings himself, Lord Jesus Christ. It's the truth I tapped into this year. But the more I look at it, the more I realize how deep these roots go back into my journey. Ever since I was a kid, I was born into it. So I only drifted away growing up thinking that I'm better, that I'm better than that I know better, that I can find better ways, blah, blah, blah. And it was such a humbling experience. Look, it's hard to even talk about it because framing it as like an experience of 1 year doesn't do it justice. Yes, it does feel like a whole lifetime has been condensed into this year, but it doesn't end here. This is only the beginning. It's so perfect. That's all I can say. It's perfect. And been sitting here for a while now, so I guess it's time to get moving. But guys, truly, thank you so much for everything. I'm glad to be back. And really, thank you for watching this episode. We'll definitely talk about more of this stuff in the upcoming episodes. But until then, I just wanted to wish you an amazing and happy new year, full of blessings, full of good stuff. And until the next episode, let's keep learning, keep growing, keep improving, because that's who we are and that's what we do. Bye-bye, guys. God bless. Freezing my butt over here. Whew, it's so cold, dude. Let's go.